Hi guys, this is episode 2 of Connecting with the Fans, and as I had promised you the previous time on our first episode, today I'm going to be talking a little bit more concerning the Felicity release, the story, the character, the recording process, the musicians that took part in this project, let's say. So, let's see now. Felicity, of course, is a fictional character. It's a concept story I have been writing on and off for the past 2-3 years now. I still haven't finished it. I kind of know the whole scenario, let's say, of the whole thing, the whole story. But in terms of songs and music, I'm kind of still figuring it out. Obviously, having said that, the 4 songs that you will be listening to and of course comprise the Felicity EP, they are part of the story. These songs, you might find the lyrics a bit strange, but it's just to prove that it's actually they are based on the concept of Felicity. So you'll get like a better idea of the whole concept really, and you might get a bit of glimpse of what's happening, what has happened, and what will happen as well, like a bit of an intro, middle part of the story, and a bit of the ending as well. Concerning these songs, and as I had told you on our first episode, they were composed a few years ago, and as I said before, last year I took the decision to actually, just go ahead and do it, record these songs as best as possible, and basically release this first EP and see how it goes and if there's any appeal at all for this whole project and for the music and the songs and everything. In terms of, I will be talking probably, mainly together with recording process and the guest musicians really. From the very beginning I wanted to have high quality and professional production. My first concern were of course the guitars and the bass, obviously, because okay, I can play a bit of guitar, but I'm not like the biggest guitar player in the world. I can just do some simple stuff, some power chords, some palm muting, some other stuff. But I needed to find like a proper professional or someone with experience to play the guitar and the bass and to record these parts really for me. So basically what happened was, first of all the songs in their demo form, let's say, I had composed them in Cubase, and from then on I exported everything, all different tracks, MIDI files, everything. So I found this guy, Mark Jones. He's living in England, and we started chatting and everything. I started telling him about the concept and about this project of mine and everything. He got interested. I sent him a couple of 2 of the songs at first, just to have a listen, to tell me his opinion. He was really into it and he was really interested. And I told him, okay, look, you're a guitarist, let's record guitars. He also told me he could record bass as well. I was also lucky because he has his own recording studio as well, and of course you can check his website on the crew page on our official website. And that's how it began basically. He recorded guitars and bass, he sent me the tracks, I inserted them back to my Cubase projects, and I really liked the result. But there was also something missing concerning the drums, because at that point the drums were just electronic drums basically, some simple beats, some MIDI drums I had recorded, and nothing much really, nothing special. So I was searching online for any freelance drummers. I did come across Chris Sutherland's website. He's living in Canada. He's a professional with more than 20 years of experience. You know, he's been in bands, he's been a session drummer, he's played live gigs and everything. I mean, the guy is amazing. I contacted him, and I guess it was some kind of fate, because he told me that next day, from the day I actually contacted him, he had already he was about to record for another artist. So he told me that, look, if I like your music and you're able to send me all the files that I need, everything, I can record for you as well. So I guess it was fate. I sent everything. He really liked the music, and we recorded drums. So, not the, let's say, the best of recording processes, you know. First only keyboards, then guitars and bass, and after that the drums. So you can understand that the people that actually took part in this production were really professional in what they did. And having recorded guitars, bass and drums, I went back to my Cubase projects. I inserted everything, I started listening to it, and I began having this feeling that, okay, the orchestrations lack a bit. You know, I was like, I mean, I was satisfied with my own orchestrations, with the original orchestrations, but I believe that there could be, we could have like a better result, if you'd like, basically. So I went to the internet. I said, okay, since it's now or never, let's do this like the best. Let's have the best result possible. So I went into the internet. I started looking for some freelance arrangers. I came across quite a few websites. I contacted quite a few, but in the end I chose John Ong. John Ong is from Singapore, but he was studying and he's now living in California, I think in Los Angeles, if I'm not mistaken. And the other arranger is Zach Lemon. He's been a professional composer, arranger, orchestrator, just name it, for quite a few years now. So he's already in the business. And I contacted them. I sent them a couple of the demo songs. They really liked them, and I decided that John Ong should be the one that will take most of the songs to arrange. Basically, that's why he has arranged 3 of the 4 songs: One Eternal, Conceived Fate, and This Divine Tragedy, whereas Zach arranged only Angels in Despair, which was kinda based on the original orchestrations that I had done. And okay, at that time I was a bit scared, really. I didn't know what to expect. It was actually the first time that I was actually collaborating with with another professional composer and people who were already in the business. And I didn't know what to expect. I had a bit of a vision, and that's the type of orchestrations I also tend to record. You know, this epic, bombastic, Hollywood cinematic type of tracks, let's say, of instrumentals, in the vein of course, Hans Zimmer, Basil Polidouris, Danny Elfman, Harry Gregson Williams, you know, all these guys basically. The more modern stuff, modern Hollywood stuff of action epic movies. And after some time I started receiving back the new orchestrations. I have to say I was completely amazed, completely satisfied. I mean, these people and they did like an amazing job, you know. I mean, these people are like truly professionals, and they did like incredible job. I mean, I inserted their tracks and I combined them in Cubase, and I was listening to the songs, and I was like, wow, I mean, they opened up the sound in the songs, the arrangements, they expanded the arrangements, and they gave the songs a breath of fresh air, you know. It was incredible. It was an incredible feeling at that time, I can remember. And having pretty much recorded everything concerning instruments, I had to find, you know, the most important instrument of all, the vocals. And I had already started searching on various websites on YouTube because I wanted to collaborate with, you know, a new singer, you know, a freelance singer, somebody independent, somebody not known, you know. And the truth is that I did find a singer. We started collaborating for a few months, but then because of some personal issues, and also because of some lack of time and everything, we decided to part ways, at least for now. I'm really hoping that we'll be able to actually collaborate with her in the near future, or some other release. And that was the time that, okay, I took the decision that, okay, let's have a professional again. And with the help of a few websites, I actually found a professional, Tara. She's been collaborating with this online recording studio, Studio Pros, and I heard a few samples of her voice. I really liked her voice, you know, spot on vocals, like great quality, great tone, exactly what I needed to go against, let's say, the more heavy, harsh sound of the guitars, the drums, and the epic orchestrations. And so, you know, I sent the tracks, we recorded vocals, and then once again I put everything back in Cubase. I started listening to it. It was around that time that I wasn't completely satisfied with the guitar sound, and I am a sucker, I admit. For me, the guitar sound is like the alpha and the omega in the metal productions. I mean, if the guitar sound sucks, then, you know, the whole song is a disaster for me. You know, there's just no point in actually continuing. It lacked, I think, the initial guitars that Mark recorded lacked a bit of, I'd say, a bit of depth and a bit of, you know, punch. You know, I mean, the sound was really great, but I knew we could do something better. So what happened? I started searching for guitar reamping, really. I mean, for people who would be able to reamp the guitars using the DIs from the original recordings that Mark did. I found Craig. Craig has the Tomato Farm Studio in New York, and after listening to some samples of his music and reading about him and reading some comments from past clients that he had, I was quite satisfied, and I sent him the tracks. I told him, look, I need this, this and that. The guy, I mean, the guy is a genius. I mean, seriously, I don't know what he does in terms of production, but in terms of guitar reamping and the way he records guitars and the distortion that he uses and his recording techniques is, I mean, for me, is like above and beyond really anything I've heard. And he sent me the new guitar tracks, and from then on it was just a matter of time to find the proper producer, basically, who would actually mix and master the whole thing. And at that moment we had quite a few tracks. Actually, it was a good count of tracks, trust me, because obviously this kind of music needs a lot of tracks, really, especially from the orchestral choir parts, you know, lots of tracks. And how did I come across Dave Chang? I knew Dave's work actually, obviously from Stamping Ground mainly, and I had heard his production in Orange Goblin's album, and okay, I mean, I logged into his website. I sent him like an email. I told him, look, this is what I need. This is the type of sound I'm looking for. What do you reckon? He heard the music. He really enjoyed it, and he said, okay, I'm taking on this project. So I sent him everything. We started working on it. After around 2 to 3 weeks of getting back and forth and sending me demo mixes and, you know, fine tuning and everything, we finished everything. He finished everything actually, and I have to say that I think he did an incredible job, honestly. I mean, my requirements were really specific from the very beginning. I'm a sucker for sound, you know, for high quality sound. I'm really into high-end hi-fi stereo systems, you know, searching for like really high-class speakers and all this stuff. I don't own them, but you know, I really like this, the whole high-end audio area, if you like. And I can tell you that you will also agree with me that the production is really amazing. Actually, it's for me, it's like wow, you know. Even today, even to this day, I keep listening to the songs and different sound systems, and I'm like, okay, the guy is incredible, basically. So good choice. It was a really good choice, and I'm really hoping to collaborate with him in the future. And yeah, we'll see how it goes from then on. In general, this wasn't the most normal of recording processes, as I've told you before. Obviously, the normal in these situations is to record, of course, drum space and then guitars, keyboards, and of course everything at the end, the vocals. But having worked with true professionals, I must say that they did an incredible job, and I really thank them for the time, for their efforts, for the work they did. I mean, I really appreciate it, and I really hope that I will be able to work with them again in the future, to be quite honest. And that's just about it concerning the Felicity EP. I'm hoping I didn't forget anything, but anyway. Next episode, episode 3, I will be talking a little bit about the future and future expectations for this project, and where I see this project heading, and what are my goals, and everything concerning the future, basically. As I said, keep sending your questions. I'm really happy to receive them. Always, I'm really happy to read them and to answer them. I will be answering more and more questions during the next few weeks. And as I said, we will continue doing this connecting with the fans video session, and we'll be able to answer more and more of your questions. Thank you very much. I hope you have a great day, and take care, and see you next time.